in a bona fide meeting that's been posted properly. And so that means that actually, in order to call the meeting, they have violated the open meeting law. And that is the point that Mr. Nephew is getting at, which in my mind clearly shows that he knows what the open meeting law is, he's cognizant of it, he understands the ramifications of it, and certainly he doesn't want to adopt rules and procedures for the new EDA that would be in violation of the open meeting law, because you could actually put your finger on that, and certainly you could perhaps find it much easier to prosecute a case against the city council with that kind of written a paper trail. However, he didn't bring up anything with the fact of knowing all of this, that they are now operating in violation of the open meeting law by having called a meeting of the EDA without having posted it properly. So, anyway, little food for thought. Let's continue on.
Concurrence of a majority of members, and so that seems problematic to me from the standpoint of having to establish a quorum in order to agree to call a meeting and running afoul of the open meeting law. So I guess
See?
with two.
See? What did I tell you? And we would be running afoul of the open meeting law. Oh, heaven forbid, Councilmember Nephew, running afoul of the open meeting law. And yet later, a week from this very meeting when they violated the open meeting law twice, a week later, they violated it again the following Monday. Now, we do not have film footage of that violation, however, with us tonight on the program. However, we do have film footage of that in our video archives, and we are putting it up on YouTube as well. So, let's continue on with the film footage. Again, this is from the council meeting of June 14th, 2010.
The standard rules of procedure of the City Council of any two members other than the chair being able to call a meeting or able to call a special meeting. The other problematic thing I thought in there was when it comes to calling a meeting as opposed to being at a meeting, I'm not sure how you would establish that the chair is absent, since presumably everyone is absent since you're not meeting. So again, I guess I would say that
What exactly is he talking about? If one is absent, then they're all absent because they're not at the meeting? I think what it means that if they're absent, it means the same as it means when you have the city council, that somebody is out of town. I think that's the meaning of being absent. Of course, if you're not in the meeting, everybody is absent. That is not, I think, what is being questioned here. Come on, Mr. Nephew, let's get real. Continue on.
Has made a motion, Ms. Wozliak, who seconded it, and it would be to approve our rules of procedure with the changes that we just talked about. Any further discussion needed on that item? All in favor of that, say aye. Aye.
Okay. Well, there you go. Ayes all. No controversy, no challenge, nobody asking for anything different. Although they did all agree on one thing. They didn't want to violate the open meeting law in the rules and procedures, so let's make sure that our rules and procedures are in conformance with Minnesota law. Well, that's good. But let's see where they go with the rest of the meeting, because now keep in mind, they've already adjourned their city council meeting.
Now, what would be the appropriate way to handle the election of officers?
Finally, the council, or the rules of procedure that were just adopted, do state that a chairperson and vice chairperson should be elected every year. Since this is the first meeting of the Economic Development Authority, we would look for voice nominations. If one or more occurred for each position, then we would look for a motion or a vote. If one person for each position rises, then we could look for a motion just to confirm those. But